fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right?
She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the
He
news.
kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
Question
Question of the day.
Please
Favorite
record and share
was kind of
in the comments. And I'll see you guys at the same time tomorrow. Sleep tight. Bye. Am I hungry? Sort of.
Am I hungry? Sort of. Like, 배고프다고? Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. This book is kind of a romance. 대충 말하자면, this book is kind of a romance. Yeah, this book is kind of a romance.
It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's
Don't
sort
worry,
of like a
guys.
game. Sounds fun, right?
It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of
She
like
was
a.
sort of upset when she heard the news.
She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
He kind of agreed, but he didn't have a reservation. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
Am I hungry?
Am I hungry? Sort of. Okay. Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. It's kind of a romance. This book is kind of a romance. This book is kind of a romance. This book is kind of a romance.
It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right?
It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like.
She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
He
He never agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
Well, guys, am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of.
Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. This book is sort of like kind of a romance. This book is 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 kind of
It's
a
sort of like
romance.
a game. Sounds fun, right?
It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun,
She
right?
was sort of upset when she heard the news.
She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations.
He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservation. Seemed to have some reservation. Seemed to have some reservation.
Am I hungry? Sort of.
Am I hungry? Sort of. 내가 배고프냐고. Am I hungry? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. It's kind of romance. This book is kind of a 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 game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's a game. It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right?
She was sort of
Then
upset
when she heard the news, she was upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news. reservation. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservation. Seemed to have some reservation.
An I'm hungry. Sort of. An I'm hungry. Sort of.
Am I hungry? 나 배고프냐고? Sort of. Am I hungry? Sort of. 약간 am I hungry? Sort of. This book is kind of romance. This book is kind of romance. This book is kind of a 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 game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? It's sort of like a game. Sounds fun, right? So sad when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news. She was sort of upset when she heard the news.
He kind of
Agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to have some reservations. He kind of agreed, but seemed to